Today we're going to destroy some Valley, because I'm going to open them. Listen up, Rangers! Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve, and today we'll be destroying some Valley with some Dasin figures. They got them officially on the box. It's great toys, if I'm not mistaken. I picked these up from 5K Toys, which what these are is anime figures. But what we got here is Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho and Sanosuke Sagara from Rurouni Kenshin. Some of my favorite animes back when I was younger, when they were airing on Toonami, and also figures that just nobody really makes anything for. And if you guys know, you see my top 10s of like figures that I've won, especially anime related. Yu Yu Hakusho, pretty much top of that list there of things that I just wanted action figures for a freaking while. And One Shot made one not too long ago, but I didn't really like the look all that much. This one's a little bit more, at least from what I've seen, it's more anime appropriate, especially like later in the series anime appropriate, which is odd because it's more like season 1 color scheme. Also, my dog's playing with his abominable snowman back there, if you guys hear jingling. And then Sanosuke, I've already seen that he's probably not quite like in scale, because I think the Kenshin figure, which I also have on the way, is about the same size as Yusuke. Like, he's slightly shorter than Sanosuke, which isn't right for the series. But personally, I'm not really caring too much. I just like the characters anyways. But let's get into it. Actually, we're going to go Sanosuke, because I'm a little more excited for the Yusuke, because, again, Yu Yu Hakusho, easily my favorite anime of all time. And just want to see how good these are, because I'd never bought these before, and I kind of jumped in a little bit, especially like I saw the Yu Yu Hakusho stuff, and I'm like, well, I'm pre-ordering all these, because there's currently Hiei and Kurama are up for order right now, and Kuwabara, I hear, is on the way. But what's kind of unique about these is they all have cloth clothing, which the gappage there's a little extreme, if I'm not going to lie. The way that I think it might be just because the head's not sitting on right. Because from what I understand, the ball joint's actually hooked in under the head, so when you're swapping it out, it it comes apart like this, and you can see the ball joint there. So a lot of that, I think, is just might not have been hooked in properly. Also, my cat is currently climbing all over everything next to me. Yes, I understand there's bubble wrap there, buddy, but you don't need it, okay? I think a lot of this is just going to be more or less wiggling it around and finding the right setup for him. But it is soft goods. Okay, cat. But to be fair, when I bought these, I'm almost expecting like bootleg quality. So if I get something that's better than bootleg quality, I'm freaking winning. So that's not a deal breaker for me. And like I said, I've kind of been adjusting it, and it seems like stuff fits a little bit better. It does have a little bit of a weird like dry brushing at the top. Kind of adds some little bit of character. Not too bad though. Got some muscles there. This is actually molded for his taped up waist section, which looks good. It's got soft good pants. One thing I do love is they actually have the kanji on the back of the jacket, as they should. Shoes and feet look pretty good too. Not too badly painted, if I do say so. The shoes look really nice. Posability wise, ooh, that feels double jointed. Ooh, a little squeaky, but I can live with that. Wrist joints don't seem too bad. Taped up wrist. Ooh, they're different color too. Sweet. Yeah, overall, I'm digging this guy pretty well. I might do full-fledged reviews, all depending, but this guy so far is pretty sweet. He was like $45, I want to say, before shipping. His accessories, you do get the Zambato, which I've already seen that I do want to add a little bit of color to this because it's got the nicks on it. On the sword blade there, which is fantastic for detail, especially in terms of the anime. Kind of needs a little bit of silver though, I'm not gonna lie. Also, well, this is flexible as all hell. This part's a little scary, but it's got the giant handle there, which looks wrapped. Kind of looks like a little screw right here. It's just kind of twisted into there. It also should have a bunch of little heads, and ooh, almost rolled off the table. You get yelling face. We get the like meditating expression, or him just kind of like leaning up against a wall. Get him with like a little grin or grimace. And a bunch of extra hands. Looks like primarily you get like karate grip. You get an actual gripping hand for the Zambato, and then a set of open hands. And finally, you get the stand here, which has a couple of different variations of little grips. And then this little display base, which just looks like wood flooring. Which I think works pretty well with him. Anyways, camera lever focus, which works for him pretty well. It kind of gives him that like dojo floor kind of appeal. But yeah, so overall, not too shabby. Not too shabby indeed. Now I'm going to slide this aside because, I'm going to be honest, I thought he was... The only reason I'm even doing a video, because I was thinking about just straight up reviewing these guys. But they both showed up the same day. And because of that, it'll get a video. At least they're destroying the valley, because I can't wait for the review. Especially since with the Yusuke here, I plan on 3D printing a new spirit gun, because this ain't gonna do. Which, that doesn't even go. To be honest, I thought that was gonna hook over top of his finger. But that was like a little nub thing. Like, we need something more impressive. So, I plan on 3D printing it. But we got Yusuke Urameshi. Oh, that looks so, like, oh, that head sculpt looks great. I've seen some people, like, complaining about proportions and stuff, but this just reminds me of, like, Sensui, like, Three Kings Saga. Not so much, like, beginning or maybe even parts of Dark Tournament, but, like, proportions throughout the anime kind of shift as it gets later and later. He definitely looks a lot more towards the end. But like even the hair detailing looks really nice. Decals for the eyes are good. He's got a bit of a grimace. I'm assuming it's the same posability as the Sanosuke. He doesn't wear socks, it would seem. Also what's cool is the jacket here is on a magnet. So that just... once you line it up anyways, it sits over top. I think a lot of that has to do with just the way you're posing them, because it is sort of a tight fit for this jacket. Kind of curious if that can come off, how that looks. I'm a little afraid to do this, because I'm always a little terrified with the soft good bits. But yeah, you can get that off. And just have normal Yusuke look. It's a little dirty. Or at least something's scuffed. But no, this is sweet. Definitely very season one-y. But to show you guys briefly, because this guy will get a full review, but he does come with 3 different heads, where you get yelling, you get grimacing, you get him looking to the side, get the little backpack. Woo! Crud. Some extra hands. Of course, you get the spear gun hand. And if I can get him out, you get yourself a tiny little Pooh. I will say Pooh looks a little too small for me. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's maybe about right. I think I'd like to see him a little bigger, but that's still pretty dope. Yeah, pretty pleased with this. Now I gotta find out where the hell the hands went on my floor. So I got a crap ton of stuff hanging out around here from doing videos and what have you. So we'll have to figure that out. Currently, between the two, he's definitely winning. But to be honest, the Sanosuke is still pretty sweet as well. And to be honest, he's actually quite a bit taller. Like, granted, I kind of got Yusuke hunching, but he's more or less, he's got that, like, if Kenshin was about Yusuke height, I think it would work. But I think Kenshin's more about his height. So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button. Subscribe, become a Ranger today. We also got Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, Facebook. Guys, look keep up to date with you know donate. We greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.